Welcome back to the John Mendola Show here in WILK. 10:35 in the morning. While we had a nice long conversation there with the Lake Lehman Field hockey team. And what a great group of young ladies. And Coach Lipsky, of course, doing a fantastic job there. And been there some time, but she keeps doing what she does and putting out a great product. We're going to now turn and talk about some football, North Pocono football, that is. And let's welcome in Mike Kowalski from the group. And Mike, welcome into the show, and I'm sure you're pretty darn excited for the season.
Absolutely. Thanks, John. Big season ahead of us. Got some guys working hard. Really excited for it.
HEDAC week, you guys get the feet going, kind of get yourself working. What were your impressions after the first few days of just trying to make sure you get some of these guys who maybe didn't have any playing time last year up to speed a little bit of what you guys accomplished was pretty darn important.
Yeah, the first couple days wasn't too much heat to acclimate to, but definitely later in the week got hot. Got some guys working up a good sweat, getting some good work in. Some new guys, newcomers like seniors like Mike Cicerini, guys that really didn't play a ton early on in their careers that are ready chomping at the bit, ready to go, ready for a good season.
Mike, let's talk about your role this year on the team. Expectations as a senior. Obviously, the first thing you say is, okay, I need to be a leader. But talk about being a leader. What are some things you try to do with some of those younger guys and continue that winning that you guys were able to accomplish last year?
You probably heard it 1,000 times. Lead by example. Ton of young kids. Really, impressions are really made easily on them. Whether it's in the weight room, on the field, hustling on and off the field, coaches, really make a big stick about that. Just doing the best you can, working hard through every drill, no dog in it. Really leaving a good example. That's what it's all about. The
toughness that you exude there on the field, Mike, you really bring it. You're not the biggest guy, but you like to bring it. Talk about how you're going to help that with maybe your guys in the secondary.
Yeah, some experience, definitely the mental aspect, definitely trying to bring a little bit to the table there with some younger guys. Got a guy like Dan Walsh coming in a corner opposite me. Some big shoes to fill, but I think he'll be able to do more than enough. Some big plays, hopefully, that we're gonna have to make in the secondary. Coach emphasizes stopping the run, but if you stop the run, they go to the pass, and got to be able to stop that too, right?
These guys, yeah, absolutely. These guys around you, and obviously there's going to be some seniors to talk about. But guys, the core of this group. Let's talk about who brings what element to the team. Whether it's the vocal leader, the lead by example guy, as you kind of mentioned, the steady guy. Talk about some of those roles this year.
Yeah, guys that are really vocal, aggression, guys, leaders in this room actually. Brett Butler and JC Gaughan, fellow linebackers, really bring that up tempo, that aggression to the table. Get guys going. Whether that's before games, they've done it before practices, whatever it is. Bring that intensity to the table. That's a big part of our team this year. Really be intense at all times, ready to go.
And, of course, you're involved in other sports as well. The three-sport athlete. Talk about some of the other things you do.
Yeah, baseball, basketball. Definitely enjoy those sports as well. Football right now, though, focusing on that. Only got one more go-around for all those three sports. So I gotta live it up as best as I can the next 3 seasons here. Enjoy the senior season, whatever it may bring.
And what do you think right now you'd give your edge to as far as your best sport?
Best sport? Wow. Of late, I would have to say football, and I'm gonna hopefully I can live up to that this upcoming season. Didn't have the best baseball season, didn't perform as well as I'd like to, both as a team and as an individual. Hopefully that'll change this year. Same with basketball. But right now I'd have to say football, but that can change, definitely.
You got a brother who's a freshman, Matthew. Is he involved in sports too?
Yeah, he's actually another 3-sport athlete, but not the same 3. Basketball and baseball as well, and playing soccer. Good little soccer player. All
right, good for him. And classroom is something that you seem like you excel at, carrying that measly 3.9. Talk about getting the job done in the classroom.
Yeah, it's on the field, in the classroom, again, leading by example to the younger kids, staying academically eligible, and then excelling past that. Doing what you have to in the classroom, whether it's getting the homework that you have to have done, getting the good rest at night, good sleep at night, to be able to perform during school, at practice, afterwards, studying for tests. That's all part of the gig.
And as far as your next step, do you have an idea on what you want to study in the college life?
Something related to math. That definitely is my favorite subject in school. Maybe a business math related not exactly zoned in on anything specific right now, but still got time for that. I like to tell myself at least.
All right, Michael, great to see you again, and we wish you the very best.
Thanks, John. You
All
too.
right, Michael Kowalski, a senior there for the North Pocono Trojans, ready to go at it. Well, we're going to head over now to J.C. Gaughan, who is also a senior on this team, and let's welcome in J.C. And J.C., you're pretty darn excited about this season as well, and a heck of a linebacker, a little bit more on your shoulders, I think, offensively. Talk about what your excitement is.
Well, I'm definitely excited for everything that's about to come up this season. I'm definitely excited about the talent that I think we have on the team, and I feel like this year we're a little bit faster than last year on the outsides, like at wide receiver and at corner and in the secondary, and I'm just really excited to see what I could do for the team and help everyone out.
Of course, living and loving the game. We've talked about it in the past. A lot of family loves the game of football. What's it like to kind of just fit in that mold there as a Gaughan?
It's really fun. It really is, because when family get-togethers and everything, everyone's running around with the football in their hand. The little babies are running around with little footballs in their hand. It's really funny to watch, and it's really a great thing to be a part of.
Now, maybe down the road here, next generation, they might have lacrosse sticks running around. You're a lacrosse player, huh?
Yeah, I was. I actually did track last year, but I think I'm going to stick with lacrosse next year. So, yeah, I really love that sport. It kind of brings a physicality to the spring for me, and it's just really something that's mentally and physically tasking, and I like the challenge.
And, of course, you have a sister as well. Let's talk about the younger sister, and is she involved in any sports, and how you guys kind of get along, or she look up to you at all?
Lila, she's a quick one. She's very fast. She's a track athlete. She's a long jumper too. She actually broke a record at the school this year for long jump as a freshman, and we were all really proud of her. And she's gonna be a great athlete in the future, and she is now. But yeah,
even better.
Yeah, even better.
And another classroom guy, 3'7", looking at college next. So, what about football? Is that something you're thinking about at that next level here?
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of a dream of mine, go and play football, and I've really been working towards it for my whole life, and I'm kind of excited to see what's going to happen with that.
How does your dad inspire you? Talk about him. Obviously, a great player back in the day, no doubt about it. Tell us about him.
My dad really helps me out with everything. He's my motivator. He disciplinarian. he really just keeps me in a straight line. Keeps me going where I got to go, and mentally, he makes sure I'm a tough kid. He's doing his best with everything, and I love him to death.
Old school, right?
Old school.
Yes, he is. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But getting some great results. As far as your teammates this year and getting some of these younger guys up to speed, talk about maybe some key players you think will fit some of those roles this year.
I definitely think that there's some young guys that are coming up now that are going to do a great job. I think Dustin Moss at tackle, he's very big kid. I feel like he's going to step into a big role there, and he's going to help us out. And I really feel like Joey Ianni, he hasn't played a lot in his past 2 seasons, but this year he's stepping up, and I feel like he's going to be a force in the middle with Brett. I'm just really excited to see what everything brings, because every year brings a new excitement.
Well, JC, it sounds like you're ready to go, not only for this year, but for next year at that college level. So we wish you the very best. Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, J.C. Gaughan, one of the better linebackers here in northeastern Pennsylvania, that's for sure. He's going to have that football in his hands, I think, a little bit more, too, on the offensive end for 2017. We come back, still going to talk with Brett Butler, Matt Caputo from the North Pocono Trojans. We're going to try to slip in and see if we could get Keith Olsemer from the Delaware Valley Warriors football coach here on the show. Again, let's thank our friends at McCarthy Tire Service. Of course, you can join them and one of their locations at Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Kingston, Hazleton, or Williamsport. We'll have those magazines for you hopefully by next week, our football preview magazine, as we get ready for the season. Just a couple of weeks away, that first game on August 25th. Well, we come back. Let's head out now on the John Mendola Show. Let's head out to our local State Farm insurance agent, Jeremy Baczynski. Break like a good neighbor. Jeremy Baczynski is there. We'll be back here in WILK. Welcome back to the John Mendola Show here in WILK. Well, some youth soccer, of course, here in northeastern Pennsylvania underway. A lot of teams playing today, so I hope you enjoy those. And, of course, in a couple of weeks, we will have games on the high school level going, and it's been some tournaments and different things going on with that over time here in the last couple of weeks, but now we're ready for high school football season. We're going to continue the conversation with the North Pocono Trojans in studio. Brett Butler joining us right now. He is a senior. And Brett, welcome into the show.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Well, increased pressure maybe for you this year. Let's talk about playing linebacker, little tight end, and of course what you're feeling right now as far as your off season between last year and this year. Did you get hungrier by tasting that district championship from last year?
Since last year, we want to continue to get that district championship again, so we're going to stay hungry for that.
Of course, you're involved with this team in a leadership role, so talk about what you do to try to help lead some of these younger players there at North Pocono.
Being a senior, you gotta be a leader, so set an example for the younger kids.
As far as your play out there on the field, talk about you like defense more or offense more?
Definitely defense.
And playing alongside J.C. Gaughan, what's it like?
Tough kid, really tough kid. Known him since I was younger, and we've been playing together for 2 years now. Kind of a brotherhood, love him.
Yeah, how could you not love a guy? And then, of course, it's always better when a guy like that's on your team instead of the opposing team.
Yeah.
You're also involved in SAD and the FBLA, and you're a pretty darn good student. Talk about being able to kind of manage everything with all the things you're doing, Brett.
School comes first, as Coach says. It's very important to be able to perform in the classroom before you go out on the field, and got to have the grades to play.
Of course, next year you're looking at college. You have an idea on an area of what you might want to study?
Definitely something in the business world, business management, or going into economics.
And I see you do a good job carrying a 3.5 in the classroom, and math is that favorite subject, so that should go hand in hand. The biggest rivalry seems to be Valley View, so talk about what you like about playing the Cougars of Valley View.
Last year, suffered a loss against them in the season, and we were fortunate enough to be able to play them in the playoffs where it actually mattered. We came out with a victory and moved on.
Yeah, you guys did, and of course became the District 2 champs. Well, Brett, great to see you. We appreciate your time, and go get them, okay?
Thank you.
All right, let's move on, and Matt Caputo is with us right now. He's also a senior, and Matt, you're going to be a big part of that line this year. Losing Slagus is hurts a lot, but talk about trying to be able to get everybody else up to speed this year.
Yes, sir, absolutely. Thank you for having me. I've been the center since I was a sophomore, and usually I had to lead and kind of yell at my seniors. And this year I'm the senior, and I'm kind of leading my juniors and other seniors on the line with me. And we're looking to have a pretty successful year. Some big kids that are stepping up, Chase Hinton and Hunter Locke, I think are really going to be a big part of our line. We got a couple, we're not too tall, but we're pretty big. We're looking forward to this season.
Yeah, and of course the weight room. Let's talk about what you thought how that went for North Pocono in the off season, Matt, for all these other guys who need to step up.
Absolutely. Like I said, Chase and Hunter, and especially those guys that are going to be juniors now, I think when they were coming into their sophomore year, they didn't really understand the importance. And now that they kind of saw it and they played just a little bit last year, they understand the importance of the weight room, and the work ethic has really improved in that, and they got a lot stronger.
Track and field, something else you do? Talk about the events you compete in there.
I usually just throw the shot, a little bit of discus too.
All right, I'm sure you just get some pointers out of Slagus at least?
Yeah.
Jeepers.
I just watch and marvel.
Yeah, those guys are, that whole family really had an incredible track and field career at North Pocono. I think there's still more to come, right? More Slagus?
Yes, Jessica Slagus is just on the way.
Oh, boy.
Breaking records right now.
Yeah, that's awesome. Science and math. Something that you like in school, and carrying a 3.9 grade point average. Talk about those subject areas and what you hope to do in college with that.
Mm-hmm. Just like Brett said, school comes first. Coach tells us every day. He doesn't, wins are great, but he tells us it's the classroom is most important. And that balance is what we try to strive for to get in every one of our student athletes.
You looking at the Naval Academy?
Yes, my ultimate goal is to get into the United States Naval Academy for life after high school.
Ain't easy getting in, but if you could get in, man, that's awesome.
Yes, thank you.
All right, and of course, you're excited for another season. How about as far as playing different teams? Talk about Scranton Prep, a team you enjoy playing against.
I think, I don't know what it is, I just always felt there's just a little bit of tension, a little bit extra tension whenever we play them. And we've had some, when our sophomore year, we had a really close game. And last year was a tough loss, but we're really excited this year to play Scranton again.
All right. Well, we wish you well, Matt. Great to hear from you. Great to see you. And best of luck this year, okay?
Thank you so much.
All right. The North Pocono Trojans football team in studio with us. And we'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We're going to squeeze in Keith Olsemer out of Delaware Valley here on the show. Let's head out now to our local State Farm insurance agent, Michael Griffin. Break. Like a good neighbor, Michael Griffin is there. We'll be back here in WILK.